Hey guys and gals, this is your boy JR, aka Lomo Bushcraft. Good morning. It's a little chilly. So I'm gonna put on this. It's a little chilly this morning. Oh, that feels better. It's a little chilly this morning, which is perfect for a campfire. So yeah, I'm gonna make me a little campfire. I'll probably also make me a little coffee as well. So I'm literally doing this live stream on the fly here. Had to put this. I was surprised because we're in the summertime, and I'm a little surprised. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a little surprised because, like I said, we're in summertime, so I was a little surprised by the coolness of the weather there. Yeah, so I'm gonna do me a campfire, but I'll probably make me some coffee first. I gotta adjust this. It's a little too tall. I'm literally doing this on the fly. That's funny. Literally doing this on the fly. So, anyways, hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. I literally just rolled out of bed and decided I wanted to do a live stream. Ooh, hopefully that's picking it up. Usually the camera does pick it up though when birds are popping off singing. Oh, like I said, it's summertime here in Indiana. And yeah, I was shocked when I stepped outside and it was cool. Hopefully my camera's picking up the birds making sound. So it's a cool, brisk day here in Midwest Indiana. A cool, brisk day. And this is the Lone Wolf's Travels Morning Live. And it's almost 9 a.m. here in Midwest Indiana. And I got surprised when I stepped outside because I got hit with a little morning cool. So this is the Lone Wolf's Travels Morning Live, and I'm chilling out at my house. I'm chilling out at my home. I think I want to get myself some coffee going. There's Josh from Josh NC78. He's a cool channel. How are you, Josh? I'm coughing because it's chilly this morning. We're in summertime. I didn't expect to step outside and it'd be cold enough for me to whip on this shirt here. I love these kind of shirts because they're kind of like a flannel jacket. It's really cool. Anyways, this is a cool channel. We horse around from time to time when I jump on his channel, on his live streams. Yeah, you can find Josh. Most times he is live streaming daily. So I didn't tell anyone I was starting a live stream this morning. I just went ahead and did it. Oh, wow. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I describe Josh's live stream as the man show of live streams. If you ever seen the man show, uh, well, it's not exactly like the man show, but the comedy's pretty funny. It's slapstick comedy. We all try to make each other laugh. We all say outrageous thing on Josh's live stream to make each other laugh, and yeah, it's usually good times. Here, I just want to show you guys what I got surrounded in my house. Hopefully, you guys can hear the birds. So I got a lot of wood surrounding my neighborhood, which for me is a lot of fun because I like to be outdoors. So I'm glad I got a bunch of like we inverted the. That's pretty funny. Hey, what's up, Joe and Jenny's Journey? I love the title of their YouTube channel, Joe and Jenny's Journey. I think that's a cool YouTube name. Um, I've recently changed my YouTube name. So the name you see down below is the new name for my channel, Lone Wolf's Travels. Um, I just simply found out I simply noticed I was doing more travel videos and more food vlogs. And I really enjoy bringing you guys travel vlogs. That's really one of my favorite kind of videos to make. And I love live streaming while I'm traveling. Yo, Adrian. Yo, Daddy. Yo, Daddy and all. Adrian Gibson's cool. We got a running joke going. I call him my one and only YouTube stepson. And a lot of people start laughing. He's from Australia, and I'm from good old USA, Midwest, Indiana. So I'm live streaming from the United States in Indiana. And Adrian live streams from Perth, which is in Australia. And he's a really good dude. And yeah, Adrian's awesome. Josh is another cool channel. Like I said, we do have a lot of fun on his live streams. I also have fun on Adrian's live streams as well. He does a little. He teases himself. Adrian Gibson doesn't take himself super serious. He calls himself the king of karaoke. Um, Occasionally, he'll bunch up and get some panels really going on his live stream. And he's had some really cool panel guests. Some really cool singers have come on his channel. And he always asks how everyone's doing when they come in the chat. And yeah, he's just a really solid dude and pretty solid channel. And then Josh NC78 recently got well, I think he's been monetized for a while, but it's new monetization. So I've been learning a lot from Josh about what it's like to be a monetized channel, YouTube channel. So that's been pretty cool. And yeah, it's been really. Josh is a really cool channel. Part of the reason I share out the channel names, or part of the reason I share out the comments, my hope is whoever rewatches this live stream, people will go check out those channels. So I'm gonna pull the channels up again, and all I ask you guys and gals is to go check out these YouTube channels down below. And if you end up liking their content, you'll give them a like, a comment, and subscribe. And then don't forget to hit that notification bell, because that way each time they bring up a new video, you'll get a notification about it. And once again, I'm sharing out these channels' comments mainly because I want people to go and check out their channels. So yeah, cool channels that are coming in here. If you end up liking Lomo's Travels channel, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, and then hit that notification bell so that way when I put out a new video, you'll get a notification right away that there's a new video on my YouTube channel here. So, yeah, that's a way you can help out a lot of YouTube channels here. If you find yourself often going to that YouTube channel and watching, it does help out the channel, giving it a like, comment, and subscribe, and also hitting the notification bell. And I don't know everything about the YouTube algorithm, but obviously YouTube's monitoring that, or they at least have a computer that monitors it, right? And so the likes and the comments and the subscribe and hitting the notification bell, it's a way of showing YouTube that you're engaging with that particular YouTube channel. And so it does help out all the YouTube channels. And you're watching anyways, so you might as well help out your favorite YouTube channel and hit the like and comment and subscribe, and then hit that notification bell. Yeah, it's not lost on all these YouTube channels that the YouTube algorithm is looking at the likes, comments, and subscribes. They're also looking at how many people hit that notification bell. And yeah, those are just, I look at my YouTube analytics and that's what it shows me. My audience is starting to grow. For a long time, my audience was in the 30 to 44 range or something like that. Well, now my YouTube audience is getting the 18 to 20. And now my audience is starting to track. So yeah, it's gone from 30 to 40-year-old audience to 18 all the way to like 65 audience. So at first my audience was really in the middle, and now it's getting my audience is getting younger folks and older folks. I'm still getting the folks in the middle, and I think that's so cool that my analytics shows me that. The analytic that surprised me the most was I think I'm at 94%. I got 5% that have turned around and subscribed, and then there's 94% of the audience out there that has yet to hit that subscribe button. So I'm just waiting on them to hit that subscribe button. Once they do, I'll definitely get monetized, and so that'll be interesting. In the future, there's two different places. I'm not close to retiring at all, but in the future, I'm hoping to either retire in Peru or retire in Mexico. There's parts of the very southern part of Mexico I've fallen in love with, and how I ended up falling in love with them, I've traveled to those places. So I really like Vallarta, Mexico. I like Cancun, Mexico. I like Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and I like Sayulita, Mexico. Yeah, I just, and I think the first time I had experiences with beach towns is when I was in Peru, South America. And I really enjoy the beach town vibe. And yeah, it's just a really relaxed vibe, especially the beach towns in Peru. Now, my family noticed the beach town in Sayulita, particularly when it gets to the evening time. It's a little more party atmosphere, but still fun to walk around and enjoy. I told my wife I wouldn't mind retiring in Sayulita, Mexico, and my wife said no way. She thought there was too much partying going on. I guess that means I don't mind partying, so that's cool. But yeah, I guess my wife wants a beach town that has a little bit more relaxed atmosphere. I thought it was fine. I've been to other places that were way more partier than Sayulita. I think Sayulita, Mexico is just the right amount of party. It's not too crazy. For me, it was just fine. But I enjoyed it. My plans are to try to get back to vacationing in Peru, hopefully towards the end of December into early January. My hope is I'll be in Lima, Peru. If that gets to happen, I'll have to do some live streams from Peru. I hope that happens because I've been missing Peru. It's been a while since I've been back in Peru. If the Peru thing don't happen in December and January, then we may switch it up and probably in April or May go back to Mexico. So either way, I wanted to do some kind of vacation, either towards the end of December or in the middle part of next year, head back to Mexico. So we'll see. I really hope things work out in Peru so I can go back to Peru in December and January. I have some friends and family that want to all go meet up in Cusco, which is in Peru, and they want to go visit Machu Picchu, which is in Peru. The only thing we told them when visiting when visiting Cusco and when visiting Machu Picchu, you have to make sure you go during the dry season. My wife warned them, you don't want to go see Machu Picchu or Cancun. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. My wife said, this is the beauty about being live. My wife said, whenever you go to Cusco or Machu Picchu, which is in Peru, you want to make sure you go during the dry season. I guess if you end up picking the wrong month and go during the rainy season, it isn't as nice to go to Cusco or Machu Picchu. So I'm not worried. Hey, welcome back. So yeah, my wife will make sure that we go during the dry season. If we ever do a meetup with our friends and family in Cusco and Machu Picchu. So I had a good time in both. When I went to Cusco and Machu Picchu, it was, if you ever get to travel to Peru and your vacation has enough time to do so, I definitely would recommend going and visiting Cusco and also Machu Picchu. I definitely recommend that. So pretty much every time I've gone vacation in Peru, I've had a really good time. Of course, I'm staying with my wife's family when I do that because they live in Lima, Peru. Yeah, I always have a good time when I'm in Peru. So far, my experiences in different parts of Mexico have all been positive. I've always had a good time when I vacation in Mexico. So I don't know when I'll get back to Europe, though. I would love, we have some friends that live in Germany. So I would love it if we set up some kind of European vacation. Last time I went to Europe was maybe 6 years ago. We attended a wedding. A buddy of mine's daughter got married in Germany, and they had a wedding in the castle in Germany. And this is a beautiful wedding. We stayed there a couple days after the wedding in Germany, but then I ended up renting a car, and I got to drive on the German Autobahn. And I got to drive. So we're driving around Europe. This was like 6 years ago. And so we got to visit the northern part of France, the northern part of Italy. We got to visit Austria, Switzerland. And it was a really good time, man. It was, I'm so glad my wife talked me into renting a car and driving around Europe. We had a blast. One of the other excursions we had when we were in Europe, we got to take a train to one of our destinations. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know when I'll get a chance to travel back to Europe. But I am missing me some Europe because it's just a really relaxed atmosphere. When you walk in the town squares in France and also in Italy, It's just really laid back. Of course, this was 6 years ago. It was pretty laid back in Germany as well. And yeah, the northern part of France and the northern part of Italy, super laid back, especially when you walk around the town squares, especially during lunchtime. Some couples were, uh, in France and Italy, some couples were splitting long pieces of bread, French bread, and sharing a bottle of wine together. And people were just walking around really relaxed. This was over in Europe when I went there 6 years ago. And yeah, I love the super relaxed vibe there in Europe. It was pretty cool. So I don't know. I would love to go back to Europe, but I don't know when that's happening. Hopefully, the Peru vacation will happen towards the end of this coming December into January. I really hope that happens. Um, but if not, the backup plan would be probably to go to Mexico next year in April and or May. So that'd be cool. So that's wild. Of course, less than a month ago, I was in Mexico, and we stayed only 1 week, but we stayed in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. We stayed at the Reef Hotel. The Reef is an all-inclusive resort, and we stayed there before. As a matter of fact, we stayed there in 2017, and just a month ago, we stayed there at the Reef again in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. It's the Reef is a little small resort. We've been to the big resorts. The big all-inclusive resorts are awesome too, but occasionally we like staying at the Reef because it's a smaller resort. Um, you can get to all the restaurants in walking distance. You can also in the big resorts, but um, it's a little less people, and I definitely feel like I get personal service when I'm at the smaller resorts. And like I said, not as little less crowd, not as crowded, and uh, yeah, I could swim in the pool anytime I wanted, or I can go jump in the ocean. They have there's the reef sits right on the ocean, which is cool. During that trip a month ago, uh, I showed you plenty of the reef, but I also showed you Moon Palace. So that's on my playlist. Me walking around getting a tour of the Moon Palace Grand, which was in Cancun. And then I showed the reef, Coco. Oh no, I showed you guys Cocoa Beach, which is in Playa de Carmen also. And that particular one does sit on the ocean as well. Where we stayed at, the reef in Playa de Carmen, it was also on the ocean, which was awesome. Uh, One of the things I did like about Cocoa Beach, when you stepped out onto the terrace, each room had its own terrace facing the ocean. So when you stepped out on the terrace, you could feel this ocean breeze come on. So yeah, the wind was coming off the ocean, and so that was kind of cool about Cocoa Beach um, Resort. They were pretty cool. The reason I visited each resort is I ended up getting discounted tickets for each of my adventure. One of them was to go to Xcaret, which is one of the world's largest natural water parks in Mexico, Xcaret. And then so that I got discounted tickets for that adventure. The other discounted tickets I ended up getting was a catamaran. It was a large catamaran that goes out on the water, and then you put on your snorkeling gear, and then you jump in the water, and you're snorkeling, looking at all the saltwater fish, and that was a lot of fun. Um, in both cases, I only had to listen when we were at the Moon Palace Grand in Cancun. We listened to a 90-minute presentation, and that ended up getting us the discounted tickets for Xcaret. And then when we were at the Cocoa Beach, we ended up getting discounted tickets for the catamaran adventure where we went to go snorkeling. So that was cool. If you guys don't want to listen to a 90 presentation, each place that I went to, I listened to a 90-minute presentation. Normally what that involves is they try to, it's not really a timeshare, but you pay some serious money up front, but then from now on, wherever you go vacation, no matter where you go vacation at any in the world, it won't cost you as much. But you do pay a lot of money up front for that super discounted stay anytime. And in both cases, me and my wife told them we appreciate the offer, but we didn't do it. And and we gave them pretty good reasons for not doing it. We just didn't want to be tied into a place, give a place a lot of sum of money just to get cheaper places at resorts and hotels. But it sounded good. But we end up getting. My wife works with this travel agent, and we end up getting good deals anyways. So we just didn't feel like giving someone a whole bunch of money, but we still go and listen to the presentations. So, and it's a good deal because you really get discounted tickets off for adventures. So you're still paying for the adventure, you're just not paying the full price, and it's definitely worth the money you save. Is definitely worth going and listen to their 90-minute presentation. So, and we did that at both places, both at Cocoa Beach and then the Moon Palace Grand in Cancun. So it sounded like, I don't know if a tree limb dropped. I have a bunch of wood surrounding me. So I don't know if someone's breaking up some wood or if a tree limb uh, fell. Sometimes when a tree limb falls, it makes a lot of noise. So it sounded like a tree limb fell. So when I do my live streams here, I got to make. I actually kind of look up to see how the tree branches are. I try to make sure there's no tree branches hanging over me. They look like they could go any minute. So, and then the other thing we got are these walnuts that are on these trees. And I want to say in the early fall and into the late fall, these huge walnuts start falling, and some of them are about this big. The walnut is, and they make a real thud sound when it hits the ground. And there's been times where I've been kind of cleaning up this area here where the fire pit's at, and I'll just hear this thud hit the ground, and it's these huge walnuts. I think I don't know. Not only do the leaves fall off the trees in the late fall, but we got these huge walnuts that are kind of green. They're all green. Some of them are green, and then some of them turn black. But they make a scary thud sound. So, I mean, leaves are okay to worry about. Branches and also these walnuts that fall off of there are scary. But that usually don't happen until late fall. And right now we're in early summer, so I don't have to worry about it right now. But it's yeah, it's crazy. When I first moved in here, I had to have I we brought in a landscaping crew, and they even got on these contraptions that were almost like an outdoor elevator. That it's a lift. They would stand on a large lift and go up to the really high places that needed tree trimming. And they did a really good job. They came in and trimmed in all my trees, which was cool. But yeah, it was cool. All right, I think I'm gonna grab my campfire stuff, and then I'm going to make my coffee. Let me get my campfire stuff. Sometimes this will happen, guys. I'll get so excited, I won't set everything up first. I'll literally just start my live right away. I need to try and bring you guys more live streams as well. And then, like I said, I'm awfully excited about bringing you guys the travel vlogs. I think those are my favorite places. I love live streaming from places that I've traveled to. And I also love, I love the live streams I've done from Mexico. I've even done live streams from Peru, which is awesome. So I'm grabbing my wood from my fire here. This is birch wood. It's one of my favorite kind of woods to burn. Got my birch wood stack. I'm actually going to put out 2 birch wood stacks out here. Oh, do you hear that? I love hearing the birds in the morning. I love hearing that. Like I said, this is my favorite kind of wood to burn, birch wood. So yeah, on some of my live streams, you'll see me chilling out by the campfire still. I still enjoy that. There's this one live stream, you guys, it's on my playlist. Right now, we're in summertime here in Indiana. But yeah, we're in early summer right now. Well, wait a minute, hold on. It's May. So I think we're in the middle of, yeah, I would call, since we're in the month of May here, we're in the middle of summer. We got the famous Indianapolis 500 coming here to Indianapolis, Indiana. My God, that's the 500-mile race has been here in Indiana for a very long time. In case some of you don't know, I'm from Midwest Indiana. I'm the only one in my family that was born in Austin, Texas. So I'm a Texas boy. But I've lived most of my life here in Indiana. And I've read all kinds of things about Texas, particularly about Austin. My God, there's the age range in Austin, Texas. I want to say a lot of 20s and 30s and 40s living there in Austin, Texas. And yeah, my family was originally there because my dad was in the Air Force. My dad served in both the United States Marine Corps and then also in the United States Air Force. But when my parents had me, my dad was in the Air Force. And I want to say my dad's the one that gave me a lot of love for the love of the outdoors. Because for a while there, my brother was born in Colorado. My mom and brother were born in Colorado. And when we would go camping in Colorado, I think we'd camp by Buffalo Creek in Colorado. And there would be no one around us for like, wow, okay. Then I grabbed those fast. Anyways, there'd be no one around us for like a 5-mile radius in Colorado. And yeah, it was really cool. I did a little pause because I didn't realize how quickly I brought some of the stuff out here. All right. I'm chattering so much I wasn't paying attention that I threw my second stack out here already. And then this is premium hardwood I got inside this bag here. But anyways, my dad probably took us camping about 30 or 40 different times where we were out in Colorado. Now in Colorado, where they camped out there in Buffalo Creek, there's times where, now before I was born, when it was just my mom and dad, my dad would tell me stories where they would go camping in Colorado. My mom and dad, this is before they had a tent. My mom, man, she's something else. She's not with us anymore, but when my parents were younger, they would, even though they didn't have a tent, they would camp out in sleeping bags in Colorado. And the crazy thing about that is there's bears in Colorado. So there my parents are camping in sleeping bags, sleeping under the stars, and there's possible bears walking around. Occasionally, where they camped in Colorado, they would, just like you would see shark warning signs, in Colorado, there would be bear warning signs. So they would let people know if someone had recently got attacked by bears in Colorado. And even when my parents would see that, they would still go camping. They didn't let it stop them from going camping. So I don't know if I would be that quite adventurous. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see who we got here. All right. It's Adrian Gibson. What's up?
Me in the house. How's it going, Daddy?
Sorry about that, Adrian. Man, I get the
No, Daddy,
talking.
I'm only gonna come up for a few minutes because my power's gone out. So I've just we've got a storm. Oops, he's gone. Daddy Lone Wolf's disappeared. Look, he's off the.
Hey, can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you. Come back.
Oh, God. Sorry about that, man.
That's all right. I'm in a power blackout at the moment. We just had our power cut out just not long ago because it's been a stormy day and night now. So
oh, wow.
It's not that you can't really see much going on, but
you should have seen the look. You should have seen the look on my face when I kicked myself out of the live stream. I was like, "Oh, that's not what I wanted to do." That's pretty funny.
Hey, Daddy, I'm the spooky one with the torch on. See, Daddy, I'm that spooky.
There you go.
Ooh.
That's pretty funny. I love how I don't set up things for my live stream. I mean, sometimes I have set things already up, and then sometimes I love it. I just want to come on live stream so badly that I won't even bother setting things up.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you feel like that. I with YouTube now. I've got a bit like it's only if you really want to do it now. Like you do live streams, or I used to do it. I used to love doing it all the time. Now I'm a bit just want to just do it. Yeah, well, sometimes now I'm a bit more just It's not like like in life you don't have the passion to do it all the time. Now you feel like you just maybe the passion's just disappeared a tiny little bit and you just want to do it sometimes now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in my case, it's usually juggling work and family. That's usually what it is in my case. It's juggling work and family.
Yeah.
Probably if I was by myself, then I probably would do it more often. But mine's really it's the juggling the work and family. That's what when you work full time and you also got a family, and I'm trying to create a balance also,
you want to balance with whatever family, friends, your life, your own life, whatever. Yeah, you need a balance of it all, don't you? You don't want to,
Yeah, you got to have a...
True to that, isn't it?
You got to have a balance.
Yeah.
Keep a balance going. I ain't worried about that. My family's pretty good.
Looks like your coverage is a bit wonky at the moment, Daddy. Your coverage is a bit wonky. On my end, it looks like your reception's a bit wonky at the moment. That's the word.
That's because I'm walking around.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course. That happens sometimes. Are you going to the kitchen now or something? Yep. Time for the kitchen there, Daddy, and then yep.
I'm gonna make me some coffee.
Oh, Daddy, I might let you go. I just want to come up for a few minutes and say hello, and I hope my power comes back on shortly, or whenever. It's supposed to be about midnight at the moment, so we'll see. Yeah, thanks for having me up, Daddy, and everyone. Hello, thank you, Josh and Joe there in the chat, and I will see you guys soon. Peace out, Daddy. Bye.
Later. Oh, cool. Master plans for the day. Let me I'm trying to grab me a coffee cup here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to grab my favorite silver coffee cup, which is my Yeti. It's my favorite outdoor mug, my Yeti. Oh, no, 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 no. Here's my favorite Yeti mug. Da, 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 da. Oh no, here's my favorite Yeti mug. There's my Yeti lid. Stainless steel Yeti mug. My favorite outdoor mug. Pike's Place coffee. I think it's medium roast. Alright, so while the coffee's going, I'm gonna go grab me some more drinks downstairs. Cool. So by the time I come back upstairs, that coffee should be ready. Yeah, I want to drink more than just coffee. I want to have my other drinks ready, so I'm gonna grab my small drink holder bag here. Put my other drinks in there. Like I said, I'm really doing this on the fly. I really didn't have anything set up, but I got excited when I started the live stream here. Hopefully you guys are digging the new channel name, Lone Wolf's Travels. It fits more my content. Lone Wolf's Travels does. Yeah, fits. And lately, or actually over the years, I've noticed I've really enjoyed making travel vlog videos for you guys. So, absolutely love doing the travel vlog videos. So those are a lot of fun. And yeah, I've been enjoying the times. I want to say the very first place I started doing live streams, especially when I was outside the country, was in Peru. I was live streaming from Peru. That was a lot of fun. And then also I made a few travel vlog videos from Peru, from Lima, Peru. That was a lot of fun. And then, of course, I've enjoyed live streaming from Mexico too. I think I did a few live streams from Sayulita from the Airbnb. That was fun. I enjoyed that. The other thing that's cool is down the road, like I said, I'm pretty far away from retiring. But what's so neat is down the road, I'll have all these experiences I've enjoyed over the years. So that'll be neat to rewatch these. I don't know why I'm thinking that far ahead, especially since I'm not even close to retiring. And so as you guys see them, I guess I'm telling you guys I'll get awfully thirsty, huh? I actually need to buy me a new bag. This one I've had for a while. I need to get me a new one. I've taken this on so many excursions. I've worn out this zipper. So I need to get me a new one. I was just seeing sometimes people will come up, because I pinned it at the clipboard and then I also put it in the chat. And I got to keep an eye out to see if anyone's coming up. And there was a red dot by Adrian's name. I was like, oh, he's trying to come up. So that's something you have to pay attention whenever you do your own live stream, especially if you pin things on the clipboard for people to come up. And also you've put it in the chat, which reminds me I need to put it in the chat again in case anyone wants to come up here. So let me do that again. And once again, the reason I do this is just in case someone wants to come up. Now I got to put it in the comments here. So usually when I start a live stream, I do put it in the chat. I do clip it to the top of the clipboard. All right, so there it is. So they can just click on that and come up if they want to. So I do both. I pin it to the top of the clipboard and then I put it in the chat, which is cool. The coffee should be ready. Coffee's ready. Oh my God, it smells really good. Ooh, it smells really good, but it's really hot. So, and that stainless steel mug will keep it even warmer. That's why I love my Yeti stainless steel mug. Anything you put in there cold, it'll stay cold, and anything you put in there hot, it'll stay hot. But I'm going to grab my hazelnut creamer. Oops, now that's up. There's my hazelnut creamer. Oh, there it is. All right. Hazelnut creamer. creamer. Okay, as you see, I love hazelnut creamer. Some of you might have not put that much in coffee, but I really take this hazelnut creamer. It's gonna taste good. I remember the first time I had coffee. And then, in case you guys wanted to know, this is the. Oops, is it coming through? Yep, that's the Yeti mug. Wait a minute, I gotta stir it. Oh, perfect. That's good. It's perfect. All right. Sip. Oh, that's really good. That's good. Man, that's good. Oh, man. It's really good. I'll go back outside. So I'm happy. Oh, wait a minute. Shoot. Grab my. All right. I'll be set for a little bit. Got my coffee in my favorite Yeti mug. Got my drink bag. Close the garage here. Oops. Oh, I love how it doesn't cooperate sometimes. Oh man, come on, little garage. There we go. Man, that's good coffee. So I'm a happy camper, got my coffee going. Happy camper. Oh man, that's so good. Man, is that good? All right. And then normally what I do is I put this in the. I normally open up my coolant cooler because once I get the campfire going, it makes everything smell like campfire. So I'll put this bag. It's got all my drinks, just so the bag doesn't smell like smoke. But yeah, whenever I get my campfire going. But the other cool thing to have a cooler is I can put my feet up on it. That's cool. Man, that's a good coffee. Oh my God, that's so good. Bring my tripod over. There we go. Oh. I'm going to move my Coleman cooler a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's Josh said who farted. No, it wasn't a fart, Josh. It was me moving my it was me moving. I went like this. That's funny. Josh is funny. Josh, you're too funny. This is my favorite outdoor mug. It's a Yeti mug. Keeps things very, very cold, and it keeps things nice and warm. So it's my favorite out. And it's stainless steel, so I love it. Hey, what's up, Drone Effects? How's it going? Hope you're doing good. I'm just chilling out here. Yeah, it still feels a little cool, but when we first came out here this morning, it was definitely cooler. So, and so far, there's a light breeze coming in, and so I'm glad I got this jacket. I think Josh is referring to this. Yeah, I know you don't put metal in a microwave. So, how's the volume, guys? Is the volume good? So, if you guys can still hear me pretty good, I had a spam call that just called in just now. So, can you guys still hear me? Type yes if the volume's good. Type yes in the chat if the volume's good. Oh, Josh says yes. Cool. That's the only bad thing about doing a live stream from your from a phone. You can get calls that can interrupt your live stream. I've had this Yeti mug for a while, and it's done everything that it says it's supposed to. It's been really cool. I also have a Yeti tumbler, which is awesome. What's up, Fumina? Fumina's a cool channel. She's a model, and she throws stuff on Facebook and also has a YouTube channel. Fumina's awesome. She's a beautiful Japanese model. She lives in Japan. She's really cool. It's way better than trying to work in Garfini's workout room. That's pretty funny. Josh tells the longest jokes. That's funny though, Josh. I like it. Yeah, Fumina is cool. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she also has Instagram. I know she has a Facebook. I'm sure Fumina has an Instagram. But she definitely has a YouTube channel. And yeah, she's pretty cool. I've seen her comments occasionally on my live stream. Um, but yeah, uh, and it looks like she has a very successful. This channel right here looks like they have a very successful modeling career in Japan, and she seems to travel a lot, which is cool. I would love to go to Japan one of these days. That would be really awesome. My wife's part Okinawan Japanese. She's Japanese Peruvian. The channel is more spectacular than anything in Amsterdam. That's funny. Josh is too funny. It's making me laugh. That's pretty funny. Whenever I go to this channel's live stream right here. Here, let me put up his channel. Whenever I go to this channel right here, I usually always have a very good laugh. It's really good times. So yeah, if you're subscribed to this channel, to the Josh NC78 channel, if you're subscribed to this channel and you see his live streams come on, it's very super cool. Yes, Instagram 470K follows. Oh, cool. So I was right. So I'll have to. I am following her already on Instagram, but I'm gonna. Whenever I'm finished with this live stream, I'll make sure I'll double check that. I'm definitely subscribed to her YouTube channel. She's got a really cool YouTube channel. Now, Fumina, I wonder if you have a TikTok. Do you have a TikTok as well? Oh, she also has a Twitter. That's super cool. Handsomest then a relay for life race. That's pretty funny. Brother Josh is cool. I like what someone said about both Instagram and also probably even about TikTok. People got to keep in mind that they are, particularly Instagram, people are putting all their fun stuff, a part of their life on Instagram, which could lead people to think that that person's having fun all the time. And same thing with TikTok. People are normally putting their most fun stuff of their life on there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So she does have a TikTok. Suzuki Flamina 75. Cool. That's cool. With your channel, then a puppy with two petters. That's pretty funny. I love that Josh makes me laugh. He's a really good dude. Anyways, what I was saying about Instagram, and also I love me some Instagram because I promote my YouTube channel with Instagram. I also have 2 different Facebook pages that I promote my YouTube channel. And yeah, I post a lot of fun stuff that's happening in my life on both my Facebook pages I do, and also on my Instagram and also on my TikTok. I'm posting all the fun stuff I do, but always keep in mind, not everyone's doing something fun 24 hours a day, but it can seem like it when you look at someone's Instagram page or TikTok. Getting hot weather where you are, Daddy. Actually, I yesterday you could come out in the morning and be just wearing a t-shirt. Today we had some must have been a cold front that came in because I had to put this on because it was a little chilly this morning. And so far there's still a breeze going on. So, but if I You guys will know when the heat finally gets here because I'll take this off. But right now, this is keeping me warm. This flannel jacket's keeping me warm right now. I've never felt so much better with your channel than a fart on a leather couch at home. Wow, I don't know how to respond to that, Josh, but cheers, brother. That's pretty funny. Yeah, if you guys ever need a pick-me-up coming to this channel during its live stream, now I gotta warn you, we do a lot of adult humor on Josh's NC78 live stream. It's highly encouraged. So if you take yourself too seriously, you probably will not enjoy the Josh NC78 live stream. But if you're into fun, if you're into having a good time, if you love adult humor, and if you like seeing some guys jaw jack on a live stream and have a good time, then you'll like Josh's NC78 live stream. But you have to be the kind of person that doesn't take themselves too serious. You got to be the kind of person that likes to laugh a lot, and yeah, you definitely got to be the kind of person that doesn't take yourself too serious. Oh, here's Josh gave his live stream a rating. Josh says his rating for his channel is PG-13 to R rating, nothing more. I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that. So if you're freaked out by R rating content, there's this one comedy group. Their name is Pinkard and Bowden. And I never got to see them live on stage, but I bought a few of their live albums. And the MC comes out before Pinkard and Bowden shows up. And first thing the MC says, welcome to tonight's comedy club show where we're hosting Pinkard and Bowden. We'd like to give you a warning first. He said, he says to the audience, if you are easily offended, you will be offended. If you are not easily offended, you still will be offended. And he said, now's the time to get up and go get your tickets right now. Or, now's the time to get up and get reimbursed for your tickets right now before the show starts. Because once the show starts, it's too late to get reimbursed for your tickets. So, yeah, Pinkard and Bowden's a crazy duo comedy team, which I need to go see live. They look hilarious. My lives are only G-rated. Laugh out loud. That's true. I agree with that. Unless I come on there, if I'm good while on the Adrian Gibson show, they stay G-rated on Adrian's channel. Nothing too nasty. It's mostly voices, impressions, and sounds like penis language. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I would agree with that, Josh. Yeah, it's not too crazy. I guess Josh NC78's live streams are not too crazy. We're not breaking any YouTube rules when we're on Josh's live stream. Let's just say that. It's pretty cool. Wow, I just heard a really unique, distinct bird sound. That's the other reason I like sitting out here and enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning. I get to hear, we have a wide variety of birds. My whole neighborhood is surrounded. There's only 5 houses on my street, and it's all surrounded by woods. And so when I sit out here in the morning and enjoy my coffee, I get to hear all the different birds singing and stuff, which is pretty cool. And part of the reason I'm sharing out these channel names is so I'm going to go share them out again. So I'm resharing your guys' comments out. So whoever rewatches this live stream will come and check out your guys' channels. Wow, that's a really distinct bird sound. Hopefully that mic is picking it up. We have a wide, like I said, I got a bunch of woods surrounding my neighborhood. So we got a wide variety of wildlife. We have chipmunks, squirrels, raccoons, possum, foxes. One time I caught on film a large gray owl. I didn't realize I caught it on film until I rewatched my YouTube video. And basically the owl lands on a branch and then kind of dips his head and looks at me like that. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, I've seen a large gray owl. I've seen various different types of birds. I've seen a crow, a cardinal, a blue jay. Hear that? Wow. So above the tree line here, there's all kinds of birds, a variety of birds that make their nests. There's a bunch of squirrels that make their nests high above the trees as well. And it's so funny as the seasons change here in Indiana. I watch how all the animals deal with early winter, and I look at them how they deal with heavy winter time when it's winter in Indiana. Right now it's May, and we're in the summertime. And then, of course, on Memorial Day, there'll be the big race at the Indianapolis 500, which people from all over the world come to that race. It's one of the biggest spectacles in racing, the Indianapolis 500 is. So, and Indiana ought to be proud to host it. It's a race that's gone on for a very long time. We also have a big NASCAR race that plays here as well. I think they even did Formula One here one time. So we've had Formula One racing there at the Indianapolis 500. And then we had the Indy racing cars there at the Indianapolis 500, which has been around a long time. And oh my God, if you like to people watch and go to a sporting event, the Indianapolis 500 is awesome. So that's the other reason I love traveling. You get to meet a variety of different people out there around the world. And yeah, I just love traveling. Through my travels, I've fallen in love with Mexico, though. I really love Mexico. Oh, that's funny. Josh's comment's funny. You might hear real farts and stuff. You never know. Just beware, surprise. That's all I have. That's pretty funny. Josh is funny. Formula One racing, cool. Yeah, it is really cool. Whenever they do a Formula One race here at the Indianapolis 500, they change it. It isn't just one circle. They kind of make parts of the track an oval 8, and that's they set it up really different whenever they do the Formula One racing, which is cool. And of course, when they do the Indianapolis 500, it's one large oval, but it's very famous. It's one of the famous races out there. Yeah, the Indianapolis 500 is. We have it here in Melbourne, Australia. I know you do. I saw a documentary where it actually showed the Formula One race there in Melbourne, Australia. Yeah, Formula One's... There's a lot of money that goes into Formula One racing. I mean, there's a lot of money that goes into the IndyCar racing and also the racing in NASCAR as well. But big money in Formula One racing. It's wild. Like I said, I watched the there's a thing on Netflix that talks about Formula One racing and does some behind the scenes and actually follows. I can't believe all the coverage they gave this Formula One racing thing. I'm sure it's got Formula One racing in the title of it. It's on Netflix. And it was cool because there was a lot of behind the scenes, and they followed them a lot. They followed all the different racing teams, and they followed them for a few years. And it just showed how highly competitive Formula One racing is. And it's definitely a business. You have to, being a Formula One race car driver, you really have to be on your game. And oh, yeah, you have to. It was wild, but they enjoy it. They love going really, really fast. Um, I'm thinking the Formula One race car drivers just have to be addicted to going really, really fast. And you definitely have to be an athlete when you're a Formula One race car driver for sure. But like I said, I saw it on. They were following these Formula One race car drivers for I don't know how many years, maybe four, either 3 or 4 years. For a while there, they did some behind the scenes of these Formula One racers. I believe it's on Netflix. It's really cool. Adrian says, cool. It's dangerous sometimes. Yep. Formula One racing is very dangerous. But it's wild, all the technology they've come out for all the cars, for both IndyCar and Formula One racing cars. But yeah, it's still a very dangerous sport. But a lot of these guys been racing since they were little kids. So it's literally in their DNA, this Formula One racing. So I'm looking up at the tree lines in case you guys wondering what I was doing. Right now there's a slight breeze coming in. And I still want to keep my flannel jacket on to keep me warm. But it still feels really nice this morning. Plus I got my cup of coffee with me. And I love listening to the birds. So that's cool. So right now it's a Monday morning. And it is, oh wow. It is almost 10:14 a.m. here on a Monday morning. What's up? Deborah Orrat in the house. Hello, Daddy Lone Wolf. Good morning. Hey, good morning. This channel right here is over in the Philippines. Her name is Deborah Orrat, and she live streams daily. She's a really sweet lady. So the very beautiful, cheers to the very beautiful mommy Deborah Orrat. She's saying hello to Adrian. Yeah, this channel's really cool. They live stream daily. Super cool channel. Anytime someone comes in the chat on her live stream, she says hi to them. So, Deborah, I'm enjoying a cup of coffee. I'm also enjoying listening to the birds in the trees. And I'm just chilling out here on my live stream here. Sana, all sweet. She's so sweet. So, I follow this channel, and I'm subscribed to this channel. And I also follow her on TikTok. And she also has a really cool Instagram. So, and she looks like she really enjoys her TikTok. Cheers, coffee, Daddy Lone Wolf. So, so there's a 12-hour difference in the Philippines. So it's 10:14 a.m. So there it may be 10:14 p.m. So it's Monday morning here, but there it's Monday evening over there in the Philippines. That's why I love doing these live streams. Yahoo. Um, enjoying doing TikTok. Hee hee hee. She's a really cool channel. And she's a really good person. All these channels got some really good people in here. Um, uh, like I said, if there is a YouTube channel that you really enjoy, or if you find you're going to that YouTube channel often and watching their content, one of the ways you can help them is you give them a like, a comment, and subscribe, and then make sure you hit the notification bell, and then that way, anytime your favorite YouTuber throws up a video, you'll get a notification for it. And it's a good way to help out your favorite YouTube channels. So if you end up liking the content on my channel, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And then hit that notification bell so that each time I make a new video, you guys will get a notification from it. The reason you guys hear so many YouTube channels talk about that is I think all of us YouTubers are looking at the YouTube algorithm. TikTok queen and Daddy Lone Wolf is the TikTok king. All right, I appreciate that. Yeah, on my TikTok, it's my TikTok's the same name as my YouTube channel, Lone Wolf's Travels, and I do a little bit of. You'll find a few campfires on my TikTok, but then you'll find some really funny moments on my TikTok. I also throw up my food vlogs. I'm opening my cooler here. Anyways, I hope, yeah, you'll find comedy on my TikTok. I'm getting my drink here. Yeah, you'll find some comedy on my TikTok, and then you'll also find campfires. I feel like having my citrus green tea here. I have my citrus green tea. But I like this comment here. She calls herself the TikTok queen, and Daddy Lone Wolf is the TikTok king. I love it. But yeah, on my TikTok, people will find a little bit of comedy, a little bit of campfires, and of course they'll find me promoting my YouTube channel, which is cool. Haha, Adrian, I'm nosebleed, laugh out loud. A lot of the Filipinos will say that when they hear lots of English being spoken in a live stream. They'll say they're getting a nosebleed. And some of the American and Aussies do the same thing when they're on a mostly Tagalog and Bisaya. Over in the Philippines, I think they speak Bisaya and Tagalog. Some Filipinos speak both Bisaya and Tagalog. Lots of Filipinos and Filipinos speak English. A lot of Europeans and a lot of Americans go visit the Philippines, and they end up falling in love with the country. And then some of them end up living in the Philippines, which is cool. We all have a laugh with Debbie. Ha ha ha, Daddy Lone. But yeah, so many people after vacationing in the Philippines, they end up, yeah, some of them, I mean, some of these Europeans and Australians and Americans are, they end up getting a Filipino girlfriend, and they end up marrying the girl, and then they end up retiring in the Philippines. So that's cool. I'm married to a Japanese Peruvian girl who's been mistaken for being Filipina. She's not Filipina at all. She has I want to say she has a doctor. I want to bring you guys closer. I want to say, yeah, she has a doctor lady. Her Filipina doctor lady thought my wife was, yeah, this Filipina lady who's a doctor thought my wife was from the Philippines, and she had to say, no, I'm from Peru, South America. So, yeah, my wife has sometimes been mistaken for being a Filipino. And she does. She looks like she could be from the Philippines. Now, me, I look like I could be from either Scotland, Ireland, or England. I don't look like I'm from the Philippines. Yeah, see? Yeah. And that is my background. I'm Irish. I'm Irish, English, and Scots is in my background. I don't know if I have any Native American in my background. That'd be cool if I found that out. That'd be awesome. But I do have a love of the outdoors, and I do have the love of travel, and I do have the love of doing food vlogs, which is fun. But I love it when me and my family start making travel plans. That's my favorite because I love traveling. So I got less than a month ago, I got to travel to Mexico, and I stayed at the all-inclusive resort called the Reef Hotel, and it was really awesome. I got to go on a catamaran adventure, and then I got to go visit Xcaret, which is one of the world's largest natural water parks in Mexico. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. If you stay at an all-inclusive hotel, whether it's in Cancun, whether it's in Vallarta, whether it's in Sayulita, or whether it's in Playa del Carmen, all these resorts have a way to sign up for all these adventures. And so, but I got discounted tickets when I went and I went to two different 90-minute presentations. One was at the Moon Palace Grand, which is in Cancun, Mexico. And then the other one was in Cocoa Beach, which is in Playa del Carmen. And in both cases, after I finished listening to the 90-minute presentation, I ended up getting discount tickets for the catamaran adventure, and also got discounted tickets for the Xcaret by Mexico, which had the natural water park. The Xcaret is the world's largest natural water park in Mexico. It's really cool. So those are the two adventures I would recommend. Doing the large catamaran adventure because you get to go snorkeling. And at Xcaret, I did do snorkeling there. And then got to explore some caves that were underwater, so that was a lot of fun. And that adventure happened at the Xcaret, and that was in Mexico. That was cool. And in the catamaran adventure, we ended up crossing over to the other islands and got to swim on the beach there on the other islands that were surrounded by nothing but water. And very awesome to swim in the ocean at some of these islands that are totally surrounded by water. And that was on the catamaran adventure. And that was in Cancun, Mexico. That was awesome. I think we stayed at an island. We were only at this one island just for the day. And I can't remember its Spanish name, but its name in English, translated into English, it was called Island of the Women. And that beach was beautiful. And like I said, the Island of the Women beach is surrounded by nothing but water. It was really cool. It was super cool. Oh, I love it. Deborah says, I've never married since birth. Laugh out loud. Ha ha ha. I hope someone proposes to me. Joke. Ha ha ha. I love how she put that to joke. Oh my God. That's pretty funny. Life is happening right now. Be savage, not average. Look out. There's a slogan. That sounds like that should be on a license plate. So here's a comment that I don't know. It might be too long for a license plate. It looks like it should be on a bumper sticker at least. Life is happening right now. Be savage, not average. I love it. I can hear the birds. Of course, it's not going to do it. Hopefully, sometimes when I rewatch these live streams, I get to hear The mic does pick up all the bird sounds while I'm on my live stream, so that's pretty cool. And I love listening to bird sounds. That's cool. The only thing that's missing here is an ocean. Here in Indianapolis, Indiana, I can drive to Brown County and go chill out on a lake, but it's not the same. I've actually swam in some lakes and some streams, but I'd much rather swim in the ocean. And wow. Yeah, that's the only thing that's missing. Of course, this house would be more expensive if it was on a beach. So, and by being in Indianapolis, Indiana, I'm at the very center of the state. And yeah, there's no oceans close to Indiana. There's body of water and there's lakes. I could always drive up to Lake Michigan and chill out on the lake. Lakes are cool, but I'd much rather be. That's why I hope one of these days I'm not close to retirement, but I hope one of these days I could retire in a place where I could at least drive or walk to the beach. That would be awesome. I definitely love being around bodies of water, and the ocean's one of them. So I'm a little jealous of the Philippines. I'm a little jealous of Peru, and I'm a little jealous of the southern part of Mexico because they're surrounded by bodies of water. And I love beach. I love all the beach towns in Mexico, and I love all the beach towns in Peru. It's so relaxing and just a really cool chill vibe. So if I get lucky enough to retire in a beach town in Peru, that would be awesome. Hey, what's up? Welcome. This is Steph Channel. Welcome. Hi. So I'm sharing out your guys. This is Steph. Just to let you know, I'm sharing out your guys' comments in hopes that people will go check out your guys' YouTube channels. And if they like your channel, hopefully they give you a like, comment, and subscribe. And then hopefully they hit that notification bell. But I'm mainly sharing out your guys' comments because I want people to check out your guys' YouTube channels. Life is M&M's. It's your choice on the color, but it's still the same. That's funny. That's super cool. But that's wild. I'm gonna put the she's saying hi to Adrian. Whoops. I'm gonna make sure I know I got it pinned on the clipboard, but I'm gonna make sure I put it in the chat. Whoops. Messages keep coming in on Messenger here. I noticed it looked like Brett Glasgow's sharing out people's live streams, so that's cool. That's super cool. I want to make sure I pin this to the already pinned it to the clipboard, but I made sure I put it in the chat. Here's what I put in the chat. So anytime I start a live stream, I usually always copy it to the clipboard, and then I also still put it in the chat down below. So that's super cool. Yep, it's still cool enough to have this on. I'm glad I threw on my flannel jacket. It's keeping me nice and toasty. Man, that never gets old. Listening to the birds sing doesn't get old. And I may have said this earlier in the live stream, but I'll say it again. I'm really hoping I get to go travel to Lima, Peru, South America. And if we do get to go, we'll probably go towards the end of December. So who knows? Maybe we'll get to celebrate Christmas in Lima, Peru, South America. That would be awesome. And if we do get to go to Peru in December and into January, I'll probably stay in Peru, Lima, Peru for 2 weeks. So that vacation's easy because we're staying with family. So my wife's family's from Lima, Peru, South America. So all we really have to do is pay for airline tickets to go over there. And then we're staying with her mom who lives in Lima, Peru. So our accommodations are free because we're staying with family in Peru. So you can't beat that. So, and then if we want to do anything extra while we're in there in Peru for 2 weeks, we'll have the extra money to do so because we're staying at her mom's place in Peru. So, yeah, they have a house in Lima, Peru, and they also have a cottage in San Bartolo, which is super cool. So that's exciting. Oh, and I have done a live stream live from San Bartolo, which is cool. San Bartolo is a beach town in Peru. And I've had ceviche there. That's really good. If you guys never had ceviche in Peru, I would definitely recommend it. It's a mixture of a variety of different seafoods that simmered in lemon and lime sauce, and it's really, really good. Ceviche. So if you've never had Peruvian ceviche, and particularly if you're a seafood lover, if you absolutely love seafood, you'll like ceviche. You'll like Peruvian ceviche. This is if you like seafood. I know. I mean, I really love seafood. I know not everyone loves seafood, but if you love seafood, and if you're ever in Lima, Peru, you got to order ceviche. You'll thank me later. It's really, really good. There's so many really good Peruvian dishes. There's this chicken and rice dish called roast con pollo that's really good. And then there's this steak dish called Lomo Cintado, which is really good. And then they have fried yuca, which to me looks like a large, chubby, but it's actually a root, but it has a potato texture to it. So they fry the yuca, right? And then when you bite into it, it looks like a potato texture inside. So yuca's really good. Steph says, I love seafood and eat it. Cool. Then you would love Peruvian ceviche. Like I said, it's a mixture of different seafoods simmered in lemon and lime sauce. And it's simmered in lemon and lime juices. So it's kind of, I don't want to use the word cook, but it looks cooked because it stays pretty long in this. It stays long in this, the way they simmer it, and they simmer it with lime and lemon juices, and it's really good. And yeah, they make a good fried pork sandwich as well. Lomo Cintado, it's a steak dish. It's one of my favorite Peruvian dishes. Lomo Cintado and roast con pollo is really good. So I have two favorite dishes. I have three favorite dishes. Lomo Cintado is number one. Number two is roast con pollo, which is a chicken and rice dish. And then Lomo Cintado is the number one dish I love the most, Lomo Cintado. It's a steak dish with rice. Roast con pollo is a chicken dish with rice. And then the third one is ceviche, which is a mixture of seafood simmered in lemon and lime sauce. Steph says, sounds delicious. Yeah, it is. It's really good. But yeah, I think Lomo Cintado is my favorite. And then, I've had conejo, which is rabbit. And I actually, at the time, my wife's aunt, her name was Mama Carmela, and she made rabbit one time. She fried up some rabbit. And when you go to the markets in Peru, they leave the tails on so you know exactly what animal you're buying. And so she chopped up this rabbit and fried it in small pieces. And when she brought it out in a bowl, it looked like tiny pieces of chicken, right? And I enjoyed I actually liked rabbit better than chicken. It tasted really good. So, oh my God, it was so delicious. So now I don't look at rabbits the same anymore. When I see a rabbit come across the yard, I go, man, I wonder if that tastes good, or you know. But but this lady, my wife's aunt, knew what she was doing. She knew how to cook rabbit. She fried it up in small pieces. Like I said, when she'd bring it out, it looked like small pieces of chicken. But taste to me, it tasted better than chicken. It was, I mean, it tasted like kind of like chicken, but it tasted better. It was really good. There was no gamey taste in it at all. Um, I've heard people describe venison as gamey tasting. I've never had venison, but fried rabbit, but in Peru they call it conejo. Now I've never had guinea pig. Um, I probably won't eat guinea pig either, but I do love me some rabbit. It's really good. So, but man, the majority of Peruvian food's really good. So if you end up visiting Lima, Peru, South America, and you get a chance to eat Peruvian cuisine or Peruvian food, you'll definitely enjoy it. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. The food in Peru is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So far, this Monday morning's been pretty awesome. Chilling out with you guys have been pretty awesome. Ooh, I still feel the wind. Let me show you guys the wind still coming through here. Still a slight breeze going on. There's a few birds flying at the top of the canopy there. Sometimes if I sit here long enough, I'll see some wildlife. As long as I'm not making too much noise, I'll see some wildlife kind of walk across. Right there, I'll see a bunch of chipmunks and squirrels. I'll see them climb up the tree. One time, uh, oh my God, one time I was watching from this window right here, right? And one time a hawk in the middle of this tree, a hawk just landed on one of these tree stumps that's kind of sticking out of the tree. And it was a beautiful hawk. And I tried to grab my phone to take a picture of this hawk. And by the time I raised my phone up, the hawk flew away. Some people have actually in this neighborhood here that I live in. Um, there's a few people that caught pictures of some American bald eagles, so that's kind of cool. Oh, cool. There was a little tiny insect flying close to my camera lens. That's the beauty of chilling outside. Yeah, life is super short. Uh, if you guys can, I would encourage you. I mean, if you guys are able to, I would encourage you to go outside as often as you can. Uh, Life is so very short. You don't necessarily have to travel to another country to enjoy the outdoors. I got some friends. One of these channels, I think, lives in North Carolina. This channel right here, he lives in North Carolina, and I'm sure there's beautiful places to go walk around in North Carolina. Um, Now I definitely know this channel right here. Well, I have rabbits too. Cool. Now I think Steph, if I'm not mistaken, I think Steph is from the Philippines. If I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I got that right. I know Deborah Orrat. I think Steph is from the Philippines. Let me show Deborah's channel. This channel right here is from the Philippines. So I know there's some beautiful places in the Philippines. Oh no! Steph is from the UK. Sorry about that, Steph. I have a lot of. So Steph is from the UK. Sorry about that, Steph. I do know for sure Deborah Orrat's from the Philippines. Anyway, so Steph is from the UK, so I'm sure there's beautiful places that is not far from where she lives that she can check out and could be outside. Sorry about that, Steph. I'll remember that. The channel called This Is Steph is from the UK. Sorry about that. I'll try not to make that mistake again. My point is, no matter where you live at, she goes, that's okay, mate. I love it. So my point is, no matter where you live at, like in Indianapolis, Indiana, I could go down to downtown Indianapolis. We have a canal there. I could walk around the canal. So you don't have to travel really far to go outside. Like in case of Indianapolis, Indiana, there's the canals to walk around downtown. While you're walking around the canal, you walk next to the Indianapolis Zoo. The Indianapolis Indians baseball stadium is near the canal. While you're walking around parts of the canal, you can see downtown Indianapolis. That's really cool. They have some man-made waterfalls there at the canal at the Indianapolis. When you're in Indianapolis, Indiana, and you're walking around the canal, there's a yeah. I remember them being a few. They're not waterfalls, but the way they're set up, one of them looks like a waterfall. It's not a natural one; it's a man-made one. But that's at the Indianapolis, Indiana canal. In Indianapolis, Indiana, there's the NCA headquarters. So you can walk around and do a tour of the NCA headquarters. Also in downtown Indianapolis, you can visit. They have the IMAX theater there. They have Circle Center Mall in downtown Indianapolis. If you go a little ways, or if you leave downtown, you can go head to the Children's Museum. You can also go, when you leave outside of Indianapolis, Indiana, downtown, you can also go visit the Indianapolis 500. So yeah, there's some things to do in Indianapolis, Indiana that are pretty cool. If you like shopping, of course, you would go visit Circle Center Mall and get your shopping on. We also have Keystone at the Crossing shopping mall as well. So yeah, there's a variety of shopping opportunities. There's a lot of hotels that are centralized that aren't far from Circle Center Mall, which is in Indianapolis, Indiana, downtown. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of bars and restaurants are in walking distance of all the hotels downtown. So that's pretty cool. If you go to an NFL sporting event and go watch the Indianapolis Colts, that's in walking distance. So if you end up staying at a hotel downtown in Indianapolis, Indiana, you can literally walk to Lucas Oil Stadium to catch a Colts game, or you can go over to the field house and watch an Indiana Pacers game. So, yeah, I want to say last year I took my brother-in-law to an Indianapolis Pacers game, and they won. They beat the Knicks, so that was a lot of fun. That was last year. Had a really good time with my brother-in-law. It was awesome. But yeah, there's Indianapolis, Indiana's pretty cool. I've had a lot of good experience growing up in Indiana. So it's been really cool. I've enjoyed it. I've been a few times to the Indianapolis 500. That's pretty cool. Sometimes it's called, well, not sometimes, all the time it's called the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indianapolis 500. And then Peyton Manning, he helped turn Indianapolis Colts and he turned Indiana into a football town. Peyton Manning did, and Andrew Luck did a good job while he was here. I'm getting really excited for the Indianapolis Colts football season because I'm just getting really excited. Oh man, oh that's terrible. I'm talking about the Indianapolis Colts, and Matt Ryan is his name. So that's the head. It's going to be the new quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Before the Indianapolis Colts came to Indiana, they didn't have a pro football team, and eventually they left Baltimore and then became the Indianapolis Colts. Like I mentioned earlier in this live stream, my little family lived in Denver for a while. So I grew up a Denver Bronco fan, and Russell Wilson is the new quarterback of the Denver Broncos. So I'm watching the Denver Broncos closely. I think the Denver Broncos is going to have a good football season, and I think the Indianapolis Colts should have a good football season too. I'm excited. I think both the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts are going to try and make a good run for the playoffs. And so I'm excited to be a Denver Bronco fan, and I'm also excited to be an Indianapolis Colts fan. So, but I've been a Denver Bronco fan longer because when we came and settled here in Indiana, Indiana didn't have a pro football team, but now it does. It's had it for a while with the Indianapolis Colts. So I do support the horseshoe, but I also support my Denver Broncos. My mom's family all live in Denver. So I'm a big-time Denver Bronco fan, and I'm also a very big-time Indianapolis Colts fan. I feel conflicted whenever Indianapolis and the Broncos play each other because that's my childhood football team I grew up with, the Denver Broncos. So, yeah, I feel but of course I really should root for the Indianapolis Colts since I live here. So let's just say that. The only reason I cheer against my Broncos is because I live here in Indiana. But otherwise, no matter who else plays them, I'm cheering on the Denver Broncos. So I'm expecting a really good season from the Denver Broncos, and I'm also expecting a really good season from the Indianapolis Colts. Deborah saying hello to Steph. So yeah, I'm expecting big things for the Denver Broncos and also the Indianapolis Colts. I do cheer on the Dallas Cowboys. But if Dallas were to ever play Denver, of course, I would cheer the Denver Broncos. I do cheer on the Oakland Raiders. The only time I cheer against the Oakland Raiders is when they play the Denver Broncos. Of course, I'm going to pick the Denver Broncos. If the Indianapolis Colts play against Oakland, I'm cheering on the Colts. If Dallas were to ever play the Broncos, I'm cheering on the Broncos. If Dallas were to ever play the Indianapolis Colts, I'm cheering on the Colts. There is a YouTube channel named Brett Glasgow. He does a Raiders Nation thing. So I'm expecting good things from the Oakland Raiders. I'm sorry, not the Oakland Raiders. They used to be the Oakland Raiders. Now they're called the Los Angeles Raiders. I'm expecting good things from the Los Angeles Raiders. I've not been a fan of the Los Angeles Raiders for a very long time. When I became a fan is when John Gruden first started coaching the Los Angeles Raiders. I think when he came back a second time to coach the Raiders is when I became a fan of the Raiders. I didn't like how Gruden got pushed out of the Oakland Raiders. Yeah, it's really sketchy how they pushed him out of there. But I still think he's a hell of a football coach. I don't know if he'll ever get to coach in the NFL again. But it's too bad, man, because he really loves football. John Gruden does. Um, I don't know. I mean, people normally love giving people second chances, and I would love to see him come back in coaching. That would be awesome, but it probably won't happen. Uh, there's one guy I would love. Well, I ain't gonna say love. There's one dude. Uh, he probably would be a good second string quarterback, but a lot of NFLs just won't touch him, and that's Kaepernick. Uh, I think Kaepernick is just he ended up getting he won a deal against the NFL. So um, yeah, I think he got some cool settlement deal, but then he's now still trying to get back in the NFL. Um, he wants to be a starting quarterback, but um, I understand why a lot of teams don't want to touch him. I think if he did a Netflix special where he compared slavery to like how the NFL combine would be. If you were trying to get back in the NFL, that would not be a good way to do it. Yeah, that was a head scratcher. So I believe he was doing uh, he was doing good on fighting for social justice, but he went so far on that, especially when he did that in Netflix. He was sharing a little bit of his life and what his experience was like in the NFL. He did mention that at the combine they're looking for any kind of chink in the armor, but can you really blame the NFL for doing that? I mean, you're about to pay these guys millions and millions of dollars. Uh, if you're an NFL owner of an NFL team, uh, you're running a very expensive business. The NFL is definitely run like a business, and I think before his Netflix special, he had a chance to go work out for a bunch of NFL teams, right? And then he ended up moving. He ended up moving the location where he was going to do his tryout, and I think it put a bad taste in all these teams' mouth. You totally. And he said the reason he did it so they wouldn't have all this power. Why? But they're coming to see him, right? So I don't think that on Kaepernick's move. I think that was a very bad move to move where you're going to show off your skills. I think recently he was out of Michigan. He was at the Michigan Wolverines thing, and then Kaepernick was showing off his skills a little bit. I just think, I think the Raiders owner said that if his management thought that Kaepernick could really win him a bunch of games, he would actually be for it. He would support it, right? But then I think they misunderstood that as that the Raiders were looking at bringing him on. There was a total misrepresentation there. But I'm kind of glad that the Raiders owner did say that so that maybe a team would give Kaepernick a chance. But I understand why they don't necessarily give him a chance because his before he did the social justice thing, his talent was kind of weaning a little bit, and he didn't have the same quarterback rating he did when he first started out with the San Francisco 49ers. And eventually the 49ers let him go. So a lot of the reason a lot of players are let go is really teams want to keep competing to get to the Super Bowl. So I don't know, man. I think they would have treated him different if he still had the same. If he had a lot higher quarterback rating. So, in Kaepernick's head, I think he always wants to be a starting quarterback. I think that's what you want in any quarterback. You want them to always want to be the starting quarterback, and so he's going to. I don't know. I really think he blew it when he changed. I think he. There's two things I think he blew it. Um, and people were really questioning Kaepernick's sincerity, whether he really wanted to come back in the NFL, especially when he switched the tryout places uh, for these teams to come look at him. And then the other thing was that Netflix special. Um, I think by him doing that, um, yeah, I think that's a really big way to rub an organization the wrong way, particularly an organization like the NFL. So, yeah, the reason I got on this sport tangent is I started talking about the Broncos and the Raiders and the Colts and the Cowboys. So, yeah. Um, yeah, I just think Kaepernick's too, uh, he's just way too. Oh, Steph says I'm about 60 miles from London. That's cool. That's super cool. So, Steph, I'm curious, does it rain a lot there? Because sometimes when I think of London, I think of rain, and I've never visited London, so I don't know why I think of that. So I wonder if it rains a lot there in London. Um, Supposedly it rains a lot in Seattle. So whenever we get some rain here, I use the term sleepless in Seattle, referring to the rain. Oh man, speaking of sports, I can't wait till Russell Wilson. It's on the schedule. The Broncos and Seattle are going to play each other. So that's going to be a fun game to watch because Russell Wilson will be playing against his old former team, the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a fun game to watch. Also, when the Indianapolis Colts play the Atlanta Falcons, that'll be an awesome because Matt Ryan will be playing against his former team, the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be a lot of fun. So there's going to be some exciting games to watch in the NFL, which would be really cool. And yeah, Kaepernick still keeps putting himself out there. He wants a team to come pick him up. Um, Kudos to the Los Angeles Rams for winning the Super Bowl. Kudos to them. They won the Super Bowl last year. So I'm sure they want to get back to the Super Bowl again and try and do a repeat. Um, let's see. I guess that's all the NFL news I want to talk about. So on my live stream, I talk about a lot of things. I talk about enjoying. I talk about enjoying nature, getting outside. No matter where you're at in the world, you can still get outside and enjoy nature. A lot of people, wherever they live, have not necessarily. Sorry about that. Have not necessarily. I did a little burp there. A lot of people where they live have not really gone out and see what's all around them where they live or places they could go travel to. There was this one TV series, I think they did it on Channel 13, where I think it was called Where to Go Visit in Indiana on a Full Tank of Gas. And so this guy would fill up his car and show all the places you could drive to on a full tank of gas. So, of course, in my case, sometimes I drive to Chicago, Illinois. I love visiting Chicago. There's shopping to do in Chicago. Usually I'll stay for 2 or 3 days in Chicago. But on the regular, I've been staying just 2 days on Chicago whenever we've gotten to Chicago. It's been a while since I've been to Chicago, Illinois. But whenever we do go, sometimes we hit a Peruvian restaurant, and then on another day we'll hit a Giordano's Pizza, and their pizza tastes like it's been cooked in beer a little bit. I love me some deep dish Giordano's Pizza. It's really, really good. So my little family knows I love Giordano's Pizza. So on one of those days in Chicago, we'll either do it on the first night or the second day. Usually we do it on the first night. We go to we do a lot of running around shopping, and then at lunchtime we go hit Giordano's Pizza, or sometimes we'll hit Giordano's deep dish pizza in the evening time. But it's always every time I've gone to Giordano's in Chicago, Illinois, I've always had a good deep dish pizza experience. It's always been really good. So occasionally I do like driving up to Chicago. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, wherever you are around the world, there may be some really cool places you haven't got to explore that aren't too far from you. It may take about a full tank of gas to get to. So I would encourage you to find out what those places are. Do your homework so it's worth your while to even drive to a place. Um, I'm about 30 to 40 minutes away. Sometimes if it's a lot of traffic, maybe 45 minutes away from Brown County State Park. I do a lot of day out. Well, not a lot, but I used to love going and driving to Brown County State Park. I've done some overnight camping in Brown County State Park. It's a beautiful place to go camping. It's a beautiful place to just do a day hike in Brown County State Park. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, even if you simply get out and go on a hike, that can be a lot of fun. So I don't know where everyone's at who's watching this live stream, but I definitely would encourage you guys to get outside, go for a walk, go on a hike. There looks like there's tons of places to do that in the Philippines. I have still yet to go visit the Philippines. So that's on my bucket list. The other thing on my bucket list is to go visit Japan. I don't know if I'll ever get to make Japan happen, but that's on my bucket list to go to Japan. Now that would be a while. I love Japanese culture. I have a feeling I'll never get to retire in Japan because it might be super expensive to live in Japan. I'm watching all kinds of YouTube videos where people have lived in Japan, so that's cool. But today's been an awesome Monday morning here. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to show off all the comments here. I'm going to see if it let me go to the top. So I'm going to show off some of the comments here. Just my way of thanking these channels for coming to the live stream here. You guys and gals rock. I enjoy doing these live streams. They're a lot of fun. I can't believe I've been on here for 2 hours. That's wild. Anyways, thank you all who showed up here in the chat. I appreciate you guys. You guys and gals rock. Right now, I'm just showing off the comments here. There's Adrian. Yo, Steph. Anyways, you guys and gals rock. Once again, thanks for showing up to the Lone Wolves Travels Morning Live. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys and gals. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Peace. Cheers. Later, Gators. And once again, thank you all for showing up to this live stream. I appreciate it. And for those of you who end up rewatching this live stream, all the channels who I've shared out. Yeah, take care, Adrian. So all the channels whose comment I shared out during the live stream. Please go check out those channels. If you like the content here on the Lone Wolf's Travels channel, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And then don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way each time I make new content, you'll get a notification about that new video that's popped up. Same goes for all the channels that are in here that visited here today. Please give them, especially if you like their content, a like, comment, and subscribe. And then make sure you hit the notification bell so that each time they throw up a new video, you'll be notified. Damn. Anyway, I've enjoyed my cup of coffee. Wow, that's good. And I've also enjoyed my green tea. So I'm gonna go chill out the rest of the day here. Anyways, wherever you guys are at in the world, I hope you're doing well. Thanks again for watching this live stream. And thank you to all my subscribers. And thank you to the YouTube audience here who've tuned in as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Peace. Later, Gators. Take care, everyone. And once again, I'll see you in the next live stream. Take care, everybody. Later, Gators. Take care, everybody.